Hey guys, welcome back to Tuesdays with Carnival-flux. I'm your host, Carnival-flux, and once again we're preparing to make videos about season 3 of Once Upon a Time. So this episode is for both episodes 1 and 2 of season 3. So yeah, let's get started. First off, now I've always been a huge Regina fan, and I'm not saying that they're not giving her enough screen time or anything, but they seem to be, for the first 2 episodes, they seem to really have underused her, in my opinion. Like, it was a lot of Charming and Snow and Emma and Henry and Hook, but, like, little to no Regina, which I thought was weird because, she's a major character. Like, she's, from what we've seen of of seasons 1 and 2, I always thought that she was maybe not the main character, like, Emma's the main character, and then I always thought Regina was kind of below her in main characterness, so, or whatever the proper term is. So I just thought it was weird that they really underused her for episodes 1 and 2, but I'm guessing they're going to make up for that, because it seems like next episode, season 3, of season 3, is nothing but a Regina episode, because, she's with Tinkerbell and stuff. I actually had like a huge, I'm not going to say self-discovery thing, but I'm actually really liking Hook a lot more this season. Like, during season 2, I'm sorry to admit that I really didn't like Hook. His personality to me was nothing more than a walking penis. Like, that was literally all he was to me, was just a dude who made penis jokes at Emma, and it really made me uncomfortable. Like, I'm not afraid to say that. He made me uncomfortable. I didn't like him as a character. But now, for season 3, I actually really like him. Like, I didn't expect to like him, and I do. And it's a pleasant surprise, because it seems like he has an actual character, as opposed to just being, oh, Emma, penis joke, I'm going to make sex with you later. I hope that they get better at, the writers get better at balancing storylines, because for right now, I know that it's only 2 episodes in, so they're not really, they're just getting their start again, but they don't seem, in my opinion, to really be able to balance these multiple storylines, with, oh, Neverland, then Rumple and Neverland, and then, Past, and then, soon we'll see Storybrooke, I'm sure. It's like, they're kind of biting off more than they can chew, and you're trying to go at, like, with the powers of, like, Game of Thrones level story juggling. I mean, those storylines are so convoluted, but they're still good, and they're well written, which isn't something that, I'm really seeing right now in Once Upon a Time, and I hope that we will see it, or it'll get better. For episode prediction that I have, we obviously have seen that, next episode is the Regina episode. She, Tinkerbell is there, and Regina has, has a past with Tinkerbell. What I'm thinking happened is, I think I might have mentioned this in a previous episode. I'm not sure, but I think I might have mentioned that Regina, I always thought it was weird that Regina never had a fairy godmother character. Like, Cinderella had, the fairy godmother who appeared and was like, oh, and then Rumple killed her. But anyways, I always thought it was weird that, all the other characters seemed to have someone who arrived, when they needed them most. And Regina never had that, and I always thought it was weird. And it looks like maybe from what we're seeing in this next episode, that Regina did have that. It was Tinkerbell. But something happened, maybe, that Tinkerbell, like, maybe Rumple sent Tinkerbell to Neverland. It'll be something to look forward to see why out of all the characters, why innocent little baby Regina didn't have a fairy godmother, and what her past is with Tinkerbell. Because it's definitely past Regina. I mean, Regina only ever smiles when she's little baby Regina, and she's certainly smiling in the promos. So it seems to me that Emma's still being really dumb. Not because she jumped over the railing of a ship, because, that's dumb, first and foremost, but the whole I'm Henry's mother thing that she's still doing, the writers are still touting that now, and, it's getting really, really old, and I hope they stop that, because, Regina was more of a mother to Henry than Emma has been. She raised Henry for 10 years, 11 years technically now, because I think his birthday has passed or something. But, she's raised Henry his whole life, and it's just annoying, once again, to be seeing the whole only blood relations matter, only blood family matters. If your, adopted family doesn't matter. And it's really, really old and really dumb. And I really hope that they stop, writing that, because it's not cool. And it seems like they're writing the redemptions for the characters, both Rumple and Regina. This is a weird segue. It seems like they're writing them. Sorry, I kicked my camera, or my table. It's like Once Upon a Time is the only TV series out there, I swear, where it's like the redemption of two main characters, both being Rumple and Regina, are the ones where they murder tons of people and do bad things on their way to redemption. It's ridiculous. Now I know that redemption is hard and that they're gonna fall off the wagon, and it's going to be difficult for both Rumple and Regina to redeem themselves. But it's getting old. It's like, it's not even that they're getting redeemed, it's just they're going back to their old ways. I mean, at least Rumple's getting some characterization in the forest. We find out that that doll that was given to him was given to him by his dad. But with Regina, it's just one step back after another. And it's just annoying, because we know that, we know Regina's evil, okay? We get that her heart is dark, but we want to see it, be healed. We want, we being me, and I know a couple of my other friends who watch this show and think the same. And some of them aren't even, huge evil regals, like, they don't, care that much about the fandom and all that. They just watch the show casually and are just like, what's up with Regina? This is getting dumb. I just want the writing to get better. I mean, it's good, but there's always room for improvement, and I want, the characters to live up to what we want, so no more Hook being a walking penis, which he's already improving, so that's good. Less Charming and Snow feels. I mean, I like Charming and Snow as a couple, but we get it. They're in love. They're good. It's like they're shoving their goodness down our throats. It's like, stop, please, because, I'm guessing that might be something they're going for, is that they're so optimistic, and that maybe Emma might have a chance to try and be like, guys, that's not how the real world works. Like, they've hinted at that sort of storyline, but I'm not sure if that's something that they're actually going for. I would really like it if they did go for that, though, because those two need, like, a reality check. They need to be shown that, yeah, that's not how the real world works. Just because you guys are good, and good always wins. Also, did they just completely, like, retcon Snow's black heart? Because there's been no mention of that since second season. There's been no mention of it, and it's just been like, oh, it's just up and disappeared. I mean, there was slapping Marco, and that was it. That's a storyline they're going to go more into in depth this season, or what? And of course, Charming got poisoned. Called it, saw it coming from 1,000 miles away. Of course, dopey little Charming got poisoned. And of course, little, oh, I was Lost Boy, but now I'm not anymore. Kid turned out to be Peter Pan. Saw that coming. Why does he need the heart of the truest believer? At first I thought that he was just gonna, take it out, take the heart and, use it for devious purposes, like, Regina would take a heart, or Rumple would take a heart, or Cora would take a heart, but it's not. It's, we found out last episode that he wants Henry to hate Emma, and I guess he wants him to be a lost boy. So I'm wondering if he's trying to groom Henry into something, and then take his heart. Kind of like, if you ever saw the movie Stardust, or read the book Stardust, well, I never read the book, so I don't know if it's the same, but, you can only harvest a star's heart when it's most content and shining and happy. So is it the same? Like, he has to get he wants to corrupt the heart of the truest believer? Thing will happen. I really don't know what they're doing with that storyline, which is good. I enjoy not knowing, or not having a clue, because I don't have my hat, so no shipping report. Hat. I moved. That's why this couch is here, because I moved to my apartment. I moved out. So pretend I have a hat. Poop. Swan Queen is basically not happening right now. There's no Swan Queen feels whatsoever. There are Fairy Queen feels, like, apparently, I haven't been on Tumblr since the summertime. Like, I completely fell out of the fandom. I don't even remember what I last posted, or when I was last on Tumblr, but I caught some things in the fandom was that people thought that Fairy Queen was a thing already, and, the episode hadn't even started yet, and it was like, oh my god, guys. So yeah, there were Fairy Queen, there were going to be Fairy Queen feels next week. Captain Hook is definitely, they're hinting at it mad hard. I'm guessing it's going to be a love triangle between her and Neil and Hook, because, she doesn't know that Neil is, still alive, so she's probably going to fall for Hook and have some feelings for him, and then I guess the rest of the season she'll have to deal with having to deal with her feelings of Hook and Neil. Swan Thief, yeah, that, Neil still loves her, which I thought is still way too Disney-esque. I mean, I know this is like a Disney show, but it's like, come on. So yeah, that was this week's episode, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the flip side.